Okay, so we're going to expand 1 over root 5 plus 2x. So the first thing to do here is to rewrite this in linear form. So this is 5 plus 2x to the power of minus a half. And we're going to find the first couple of terms here. Is it the first 3 terms up to x squared? But we can't do it yet because, and before we can expand one of these, we need this term to equal 1. So we're going to divide everything by 5. That gives me 5 times 1 plus 2x over 5, all to the power of minus half. And now I'm going to rewrite that as 1 over root 5 times 1 plus 2x over 5 all to the minus a half. Just to consider this part of the equation, I'm going to get, just do a little aside to work that out. 1 plus 2x over 5 to the minus a half equals, well, the first term is going to be 1. The second term will be minus a half, that's n, times 2x over 5. And then the third term will be minus a half, n, times n minus 1, all over 2 factorial times 2x plus 2x over 5 squared. So let's simplify those terms over here. So first of all, remembering that it's all still times 1 over root 5, we get 1 minus a fifth x. Working that out, using doing the calculation, I get 12 over 200, which cancels to 6 over 100, 3 over 50. So that's 3 over 50 x squared. Okay, that is almost finished. We now need to rewrite that as 1 over root 5 minus 1 over 5 root 5x plus 3 over 50 root 5 x squared. Okay, that's the first part, and I think we're happy with that result. So the next part of this asks us to use that to expand 2x minus 1 over the square root of 5 plus 2x. Now, I think we can see that 2x minus, this is the same part here. This is the same part here as in the previous part of the question. So what it's asking us to do is to expand this is to expand this using that. So we want to write 2x minus 1 times 5 plus 2x to the minus a half, which would be approximately the same as 2x minus 1 times 1 over root 5 plus, minus 1 over 5 root 5x plus 3 over 50 root 5 x squared. Okay, so let's expand that bracket out. That will give me, just a sec, I just want to make this a little clearer. So when we expand this, we do 2x times all the parts and minus 1 times all the parts, then add it together. So that gets me 2x over root 5 minus 2x squared over 5 root 5. Now I don't need to do 2x times 3 root 3 over 50 root 5 x squared, because that'll give me x cubed and I don't need those terms. Then I can just add together the next bits, which gives me minus 1 over root 5 minus 1 over 5 root 5 x minus, oh sorry, that would be plus that one, minus times minus is a plus, and then minus 3 over 50 root 5 x squared, adding the parts together. Next will give me, firstly, the numbers on their own. Numbers on their own, we've just got this bit. So that will give me, that will give me minus 1 over root 5. Then I need to take the terms in with an x in them, just there, which gives me, we want to multiply that by 5, so it's got a common denominator. So that's 10x over 5 root 5 plus 1x over 5 root 5. Altogether, that's 11x over 5 root 5. And finally, we want to do the terms in x squared, and adding those together, do the same process. So make them have a common denominator, and it gets me 20 and 3, so I get minus 23x squared over 50 root 5.